Okay, before we get into the video, I would just like to make a disclaimer that I had no clue what I was doing at all, and I didn't listen to any warnings or instructions or anything like that. So if you see me do stupid things, it's because I'm doing stupid things. So with that out of the way, I hope you can appreciate the video a little bit more that I'm going to show you. I made this probably when I was in grade 10. Yeah, it was grade 10, I think, when I started this project, and this was my first one, and I believe I ended with like a duct tape together piece of plastic that flew, and you know what, I was happy with it. But yeah, with that out of the way, I've learned so much over the last 2 years building and developing the drone Mark 1, and we're on like Mark 4 or something now. There's just been so much learning about like CAD software, the software that the drone uses, 3D printing, motors, everything. It's just so much. We've learned so much. Anyways, it was also a lot of fun doing this. Like through the ups and downs, I really enjoyed it, and I learned kind of like the process and mindset of being an engineer, and I think that's really gonna help me in the future. Anyways, engineering is in quotes. It's not a great looking product, but it's my first one, and I was still pretty proud of it. Anyways, you ready to be disappointed? So the clip. I've always had a big interest in drones. They were always super cool to me. Drones have been used in many different areas, such as farming, cinema, and most recently, warfare, like in Ukraine. So I decided I wanted to build a drone. How hard could it be, right? So I started off with just drawing out how the drone's gonna look. So for this project, I will need a flight controller to control the whole drone. It's kind of like the brain. Motors to make it fly. A receiver. Lithium-ion batteries. A camera. A VTX. And a frame. So I bought like this pack of lithium-ion batteries off of like some random guy on Facebook Marketplace. So I had to take apart like this drill battery and then reorientate the batteries to like how I wanted them. So I learned that if you solder the batteries together, there's a chance that they can blow up or burn because of the heat that will damage them. So I went on Amazon and bought a spot welder, and I welded all the batteries together and made something that looks like this. So I had this piece of garbage here, that was my frame. So I wanted to redesign it, but first I got my flight controller. It came in the mail, and also I bought this thing as well, which basically just stops any short circuiting from happening and ruining the board. Since I really didn't like my first design, I designed a new one in Tinkercad. This time it had holes that actually matched where the screws would go, and also it had a second layer as well. And it's supposed to tell me where the front was. And it also just looked like way more visually appealing than the first one. I don't know what that was. I used this kind of 3D printed propeller. It's just in the future, it didn't really work at all. It just kind of sucked. This is what the drone looked like at that stage. And this is me starting up the drone for the first time. It actually worked. It was very surprising. Here I am just learning how to actually start the drone. It's called ARM. That's what it's called in the software I'm using. And that actually spins the propellers in order for you to take off with the drone. So then I tape my battery to the drone. It looks like this, and I'll take it outside and test to see if it's gonna fly or not. First reason I thought the drone wasn't flying was the propellers. So what I did is I still 3D printed them, but I 3D printed them like this instead of the ones I used before because they were like falling apart. Those still didn't work, so I applied some epoxy to harden the propeller to see if that would help. But yeah, that didn't help. The propellers actually shattered, and there was propeller all over my room. It was great. Okay, so this is how the drone looked like so far. I actually bought real propellers this time. So since I thought it was propellers, I thought my issue would be fixed, and I started testing the drone in the garage.
Thank you. This way, okay, that's good. Okay. Oh, it's weird. Not in this direction. Okay, it won't go up, it'll just go. Fine. Thank you. Ah, shit. Alright, it's broken. Okay.
My drone still wouldn't fly, so I added this other thing. It's basically just a spine for the drone. This is what it looks like, and this is what it looks like on the drone. And I went and tested it. So the drone looked like it actually could fly, so I took it outside and it flew, and I crashed it and it broke like this. So now it was time to go test it. But first, take the dog on a walk. She loves walks, and then I'm gonna go fly it. As you're about to see in these videos, the drone was extremely hard to fly. It flew, but it was really hard, and I had no clue why. So here's me crashing like a million times. Oh no, actually, batteries just ripped up. It should be okay. Camera looks fine. Okay, it crashed very badly. This thing came off and this one also did. So, similar to last time, my problem was somewhere in the software. Luckily I fixed it. It's called angle. Basically, like if you move the drone forward, it'll go back to its position once you let go of the controller, which didn't happen originally, so that was my problem. It's fixed now. Yay. So now with hopefully the final problem out of the way, I'm able to fly my drone like a normal drone. So here it is.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so the test went pretty well. I was able to fly it around. I used the goggles, so that was really fun. The drone is actually surprisingly intact, except for this arm here that's broken, but I can solder it back up. Spine worked really well at this part here. It really kept the drone together. I was really surprised. It's still in one piece for the most part. Other than that, like, it's just a little bit dirty. The battery took a little bit of a beating here. Right here, there's like, but like that's almost nothing. It's nothing. But other than that, like, it was a pretty good test. And I got this hat. I found this hat. Okay, so the drone went from this absolute piece of garbage to this right here. It's not that bad. I reprinted the frame, so that's why it looks like that. Okay, so there you go. That's how I made a drone. Yay, thanks for watching.